Hi, today I greet you on Friday. It's a Friday that the Christian community knows as Good Friday. And before I get into some of the things that I really want to say today, I'm on top of Gazebo Hill. If this was any regular, ordinary, normal week in the lives of those who occupy this community, this coming Sunday, a lot of us would be gathering here on top of this hill for a sunrise service. But this year, there is no sunrise service. There are no gatherings. All gatherings are being done through technology, communicating in those ways. But today I have chosen to be on top of Gazebo Hill because I just feel like it's the right thing to do. It's the appropriate thing to do. It's the thing that I could do to try to bring, at least for me, some degree of normalcy to the time in which we are living. Today has been a day of music for me as I think about the cross. You know, it's interesting that in all of the various religions of the world, there are various symbols that represent various religions. And for the Christian, it is the symbol of the cross. I was thinking earlier about the old African-American spiritual, were you there? Were you there when they crucified my Lord? Were you there when they crucified my Lord? Oh. Sometimes it causes me to tremble. It's right and it's proper to reflect and to think about the events of that day. And as I think about even the origin of how it became known as Good Friday, I'm reminded that what was for my good, what was for your good, what was good for all of humankind and the whole human race, regardless of color, regardless of any kind of gender, regardless of any of those kinds of conditions, what was good for the whole human race was absolutely horrid for Jesus himself. What was to become life for us was death for him. Today, there's no other way to think about it as a Christian other than this is an incredibly dark day. As I think about that, I am reminded that as I record this and communicate and speak with you, this was the time of day from noon until 3 o'clock in the afternoon when you would think that, again, the sun is the highest in the sky and it's the brightest of the day, and yet on that day, on that Friday, the whole world was black. The sun was not to be seen. It was not to be evidenced. It was almost as if nature itself rebelled against the injustice done to the Son of God. He who knew no sin was condemned as the worst of sinners and took my place and took your place and died my death and died your death so that we who were dead in trespasses and sin could have life and have eternal life through faith in Jesus Christ. So today, as I share with you, again, music has been very much a part of my day today. Just reflecting on the cross and the hymns of the cross and the hymns of his sacrifice. And I encourage you to spend some time today doing that and maybe even reflecting even on some of the scriptures that speak of his crucifixion and being reminded again of God's immense love for us. I know, hey, listen, I know Sunday's coming. I know it's coming. And I know the resurrection is coming. I know that not only based on what God declares and witnesses to it in the Scriptures, but historically. History demonstrates and testifies that this Christ was not to be found in that grave when they went to look for him. He was risen, and he lives forevermore. Now I know Sunday's coming, and I know that we will celebrate. And again, go to our website for this Sunday's Easter celebration, and look for your update and the Friday update. It'll give you some of the songs that we're going to be worshiping together with in our homes. So I know that's coming. But today is dark. Today is death. And so until we meet again on that Sunday, may God bless you. May God remind you of His immense love for you. So much so that Jesus died.